So walk in real quick. So my name's Tyler. I'm just here to help. Coach Fauski is trusting me to help you guys for 30 minutes. I know we don't have a big relationship. We don't have the same relationship you have with him. I'm just asking if you can trust me and do your best to do what I ask you to do for 30 minutes because I'm just here to help you. This isn't about me, it's about you. If you're willing to just give your best, get uncomfortable, make mistakes, just give me a nod. If you're willing to try this thing. Okay, beautiful. I apologize, I don't know all your names, so I can't use your names as much, but I'll be asking as much as possible. Coach did a great job teaching upstairs about how you have to communicate more on defense. The best defensive teams are loud, you can hear them. You can see a good offensive team, but you can hear a good defensive team. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So from like amazing to mediocre to poor, I want you to give me a self-rating on how much communication you had while you were stretching. Right now, throw it out. Throw it out. How did you guys do while you were stretching communication? It was a quiet gym. It was a quiet gym. You can't just turn on communication when you play defense. You gotta be practicing communication all the time. So the question I want you to ask yourselves right now is this gym better because I'm in it? Is this gym better because I'm in it? So a lot of you guys think like, man, the gym's gonna be better if I knock down a shot. The gym's gonna be better if I can break down my defender. No, right now we're talking about defense. So you gotta get a little uncomfortable and try to bring a little bit of noise. So it might just be like talking the game. If you're doing knee to chest, just like knee to chest, knee to chest. Or if you just wanna pump somebody up, what's your name? DJ. DJ, let's get it today, DJ, let's get it. So we're gonna go, thank you, I'm sold there. We're just gonna start from the baseline again, and you're gonna get uncomfortable and just make the gym better. Say something. If you don't know what to say what you're doing. I'm gonna say baseline, we're gonna echo baseline and clap twice. 2 claps means go for me. And you echo things because whenever you hear your coach say something, like tag somebody, what should you be saying? Tag somebody. Tag somebody. Tag somebody. Tag somebody. Tag somebody. Yeah, so whatever it is, full. You guys have this deep voice, you're really cool right now. Okay? You can't be cool if you want to play deep. You can't be cool if you want to play deep. So I'm going to say baseline, we're going to echo baseline, we're going to clap twice, we're going to go, and we're going to do your stretching, but I want to hear the gym. If you don't know what else to do, just be like, yeah. And just ignore it. I say baseline, you echo baseline. Baseline! Baseline! One must be free. I'm going to be on you. Raise your hand if you said a teammate's name and gave him a high five as you're going to baseline. Just raise your hand. You just lost. One person, you just lost. Every time we transition, we're saying somebody's name and we're giving a high five. Every single time. Start your dynamic stretch. At least you can say somebody's name and give them a high five. Stretch. Sweep. Yeah, it is. Coming to me with names, knees, and noise. Names, you're like, Dom, let's hustle. Knees means you're hustling, and noise means you bring a little bit of energy. 2 whistles always is names, knees, and noise. Appreciate you, coach. All right, so we're gonna have the black team setting up and showing this, Coach Fauci. We're gonna have the black team showing it. We're gonna have everybody else lined up right across this line facing that way. And let's get the black team actually on that baseline. This in a second. This is gonna be called thanks coach, appreciate you. This is called 5-way D. I want you just right now to tell the person next to you what's the hardest part of defense to teach and learn. Just tell the person next to you what you think. Stop! Okay, Coach Fauski just taught this to you in films. He talked about your transition defense. He talked about the umbrella over and over and over again. Transition defense is the hardest part. Raise your hand if you said that. You just got better. All right. So we're going to focus on transition defense as we go into 5-way D. Black team's going to go to the baseline. When I say baseline, everybody else is going to be lined up right here. Baseline! All right, hey, the dark team, half court with the basketball. Light team on defense. Yeah. All right, one whistle is free, so I don't want to waste a lot of time. You guys that are watching, you give them a thumbs up, medium, or thumbs down. Rate their hustle and communication. Give them a rating right now. How they do hustle and communication? Medium. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna switch O and D, but you better at least say what you're doing or what one other person should be doing. Switch O&D, go. Switch O&D, switch O&D, switch O&D. If that was your transition defense, you just got scored on. That was too slow. There was no urgency. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you think I'm getting on you, man, just wait for a couple more practice with coach. Wait till you play at the college level. Switch O&D again, switch O&D again. Let's go. That's the minimum acceptable transition speed and communication we ever get. Minimum. Here's the rules. Let me get the white team in the paint. Get the white team in the paint. We're just going to focus on transition organization right now. Defense. When the possession ends, made basket, steal, defensive rebound. You must get the ball to the sideline and to the center circle. I don't care how you do it, but the pass is the fastest way. You must get the ball to the sideline and the center circle. Offense. When the possession ends, you're going to be defending this basket. Everyone has to get to the paint, and then you've got to match up. You're trying to touch, just like Coach said. You're trying to touch your matchup. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. I'll get the basketball right here. I'm going to shoot it up, and we're going to see how quickly you can get the ball to the sideline and the center circle. Offense is going to defense and match up. What questions do you guys have? Let's see how quickly you can make it happen. Ball there. And from that, we got to get into the center circle. Once the ball gets to the center circle, that makes the offense line. That makes the offense line. What questions do you have? All right. When the ball gets to the center circle, for now, I just want to work on our rotations. You're going to get it to me, and I'm going to toss it up because we're just focusing on transition. What questions do we have?
So then we switch to defense?
Once you get me the ball, you're attacking our offense.
So it's like live.
Once he gets the center circle, it's coming to me and we're live. But for 5 straight possessions, I'm just going to shoot it so you can practice transition. Lean in and listen carefully. Offense. You don't have to get down the ball. Don't. How quickly can you rip the ball out of the net or steal? Can we outlet to the wing and get the ball to the center of the floor as if we were attacking that basket? Defense. How quickly can you match up, communicate, and touch somebody? We're doing this for 5 possessions. What questions we got? All right. What's up? Hey, what's Transition. When you're transitioning, you do it with the pass or the dribble. I don't care. You do it with the pass or the dribble. One more piece of teaching. If you're on defense, as soon as your teammate gets a board or gets the ball, your first 3 steps are a bolt. Like Usain Bolt coming out of the blocks. We want our first 3 steps to be a bolt, a sprint wide before we look for the basketball. We're kind of hopping to the sideline because we want an outlet. We want to bolt and get up the sideline. If we get a board, if we don't have anything up the floor, let's take our first 2 dribbles to break out of the path so we can go bang, bang. Does this make sense to everybody? Let's go 3 more possessions. 3 more possessions. Good. Now hold. That was your best offensive breakout. We can clap for that. That's pretty good. That's the best offensive breakout. Defense. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. You know their names. You got to talk louder. Raise your hand if you'd ever like to play in front of thousands of people. Anybody? You like to play in front of, just kind of? Yeah, thousands of people. Listen up. When there's thousands of people in the gym, it's loud. You can't talk like this in front of thousands of people. So right now, you're practicing talking loud because miscommunication loses games. You don't lose games because the wrong person is guarding the ball. You lose games because nobody's guarding the basketball. So we got to talk loud and repeat it. One more possession. Here we go. One more possession. One more possession. One more possession. Much better. Okay, so now you understand the organization. Now we're going to play 5 times. Once you get the ball to me, we're going to flow into whatever offensive setup you have. Show me your offensive setup. Whatever offensive setup you have.
Roll, replace.
Cool, you get a high pick and roll out of this thing? Is that what we get? Okay, so let's flip that. Let's just go to the slot right there. Step over to the slot outside the three-point line. Just flow into the slot. Beautiful. Once we get into this space, all the way to the corner, give us some space. Once we get into this, we're gonna imagine that we got a gamble. We're gonna imagine we gambled on this just like we saw in film there. And so you're out of position. Once we get set up, I'm gonna actually give the ball to a defensive player. If I give you the basketball, here's what you have to do. When we trade with you, you give me the ball. So if I give a defender the ball, I've got to do this. I hand off and get behind. I miss the gamble situation. So we're gonna work on our disadvantaged defense right here. Whatever sort of rotations, scrambles, and X-outs that we need. Coach, is there any teaching points you want to give them on these rotations or just see what they do?
You should know how to rotate. Like if whoever rotates here on the ball, it's coming up. It's got to be this way because we got to force them that way.
Keep the ball on the side.
We got to keep them on the side.
All right, beautiful. So whoever
too many times he'll rotate and run this way, and just he rips through, and now he's middle.
Perfect. So when you rotate and pick up ball, keep it on the same side, and then you're live after it. We got it? We're going 5 possessions. We're going 5 possessions. You play it live. Offensive board, switch, play basketball. Defensive board, we're going to bolt out and we're reattack. We're almost back to it. What questions do you guys have? No questions? All right. Here we go. You want to go to the defense? You might throw it to you. Say it again. Go. Sit. Stop. Transition, pull the ball. Lock in. If our coach is talking, you lock in and give me your eyes. We got to steal, like, what do we do next? That's when we lose the transition game. The moment we get a steal, it's immediately peek, bolt, and go. Because you don't run fast to get buckets, you start first to get buckets. Does that make sense? So we're going white ball, bolting, get to the center. Bolt, go, bolt, go, bolt, go, bolt, go, bolt, go. Good, good, good. Good. Bolt, bolt, bolt. Lock in. Lock in. We gotta go sideline for this, right? So we gotta learn how to think and play. Think and play. Ball, let's go. Ball, let's go. Ball, let's go. Spacing. Corner, slot. Corner, slot. Short corner. Corner, slot, short corner. You guys go 5 out, coach.
Ball replaced.
Okay, so go with this. Here we go. Give it to him. Give it to him. Take it. Thank you. Start to 0 talk, 0 touch. Every time we're throwing into offense, you're touching them and you're talking about it. You're touching them and talking about it. Right back to center, right back to center. As they flow, touch and talk. Touch and talk, touch and talk, touch and talk. Good. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Coach, I'm coming to that teaching point in just a quick second. First, either the guy's playing or the guy's watching. What's one thing that you liked that they did on defense? Who's got us? What's one thing you liked that they did on defense? So my question to you is this. Was there nothing to like? Do you lack basketball IQ? Or are you just a little too nervous to talk? Because, okay, first name?
Sydney.
Sydney. What's up, Sydney? I'm Tyler. What did you like that you guys did?
Everybody was moving.
Everybody was moving.
Somewhere.
Everybody's moving somewhere. So where I come from, we want to celebrate something, you give them some snaps. So for moving, we get some snaps. Everybody's moving. What did you like? What else did you like? Yeah.
Outside rotation.
What about it?
It was there, like,
We had help side rotation. Like when someone got beat, they didn't get a layup. That's good. When someone got beat, they didn't get a layup. We can snap for that. That's good. That's good. Yes. First name again?
Micah.
Micah, good to see you.
We were talking more than we normally talk.
Were you actually?
Sometimes, yeah.
What do you guys think? Were they talking more or not?
Yeah, Micah.
We can snap for that, Micah. All right. So, Micah, that's a celebration. Can I be honest with you, Micah and group? You got to talk a lot more than that. You talk early, you talk often, you talk loud. You talk early, you talk often, you talk loud. And that's how you have a good transition defense. Dom, do you feel like if we did that again, you could talk earlier, more, and louder in transition? Do you think you could?
Yeah.
Are you willing to do that? Raise your hand if you're not willing to do that. If you're not willing to talk earlier, more often, and louder, you're not willing to do it. Okay, we're gonna play one more time. It's gonna be 5 possessions, but now we're gonna go right into our high ball screen action. You don't have to pass to me. If the ball gets to the center circle, we're going right into our high ball screen action. Dom, if you don't want to sing the ABCs, what else could you say?
How many? Help sign?
Help sign? Okay, no, I they lock in, so this is good. They don't know what to say. Here it is. The first thing you say is who you have. I got Dom! I got Dom! I got Dom! The second thing you say is what you're doing. I'm touching! I'm touching! I'm touching! The last thing you say is what you want your teammates to do. Lock up! Lock up! Now, if everybody is saying that, do you think that might intimidate the opponent a little bit? A little bit. But if you're like, defense, that's not intimidating, all right? All right, you guys want to do something for just 10 seconds for me? All right. Somebody near you, you're going to say your name and say you got him. You're going to touch him, okay? You're going to touch him. And you're gonna say lock up. And for like 5 seconds, we're gonna have some noise in this gym. You guys up for that?
Yes, sir.
All right, ready? Go! Guess what? Hey, good, lock in. Hey coach, would you rather have that for your transition defense over nothing? I would love that. So that's all we're working on. We're gonna play the exact same game. I take it back. We're gonna play the exact same game and still come back to me because I don't want to overwhelm you, but we're gonna get talking early and often. Dark on O, light on D, this is called 5-way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For me, you always clap twice because I want you locked in the very end. I say 5-way, you echo 5-way, we clap twice. 5-way! Let's get it. Who's on it? Lock it. Mike. Oh, everybody in the gym. Hopefully you're listening, gentlemen. Micah, of everybody in the gym, you stood out right there. You stood out because I knew who you had and I saw you touching somebody, even though it was your own teammate. Okay, I loved it. I loved it. So everyone wants to stand out like that. Everyone stand out like that. Ball's coming back to me. Ball's coming back to me. Say, it's over. Ball's coming back to me. Darks, raise your hand if you didn't like how much they touched you. Raise your hand if you didn't like it. Then you didn't touch him enough. You didn't touch him enough. You gotta be like, get off me, man. I don't like it. Make it uncomfortable. Don't be so nice. Great question, great question. I want you to touch first, position second. Touch first, position second. Coming down the floor, they should feel you. We got it? All right, here we go. What could you be doing better? You could probably be getting a little bit more verbal as well. Hey, nice D, nice close, let's get it. Because what you're doing when you're on the bench or you're watching is you're practicing to be on the game. Nod your head if you're with me. So I haven't seen anybody stand out of this group yet, but I believe you can. I believe you can. Rotate, 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 D-ball, 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 D-ball.
I'm on here, I'm on here, I'm on. I got Nick, I got Nick. What's there?
everybody lock in. Thanks for getting that ball down. In that last 4 or 5 possessions, who would you say won, the offense or the defense? The defense won. Why did the defense win? Turn to the person next to you and tell them why the defense won. Why did the defense win? Energy improves performance. The best way to generate energy is through the sound of your voice. Because it's really hard to stand still when you're talking. When you're quiet, you stand still. Your feet follow your voice. Your feet follow your what? Voice. So the best way to become the best defensive team is to be the best communicating team. Nod your head if you're with me. You're gonna partner up one last time and you're gonna tell your partner what's your one commitment. Not a learning, but a commitment. Like, coming out of this, I'm going to commit to changing the way I play defense in this way. I'll tell you a quick story. I have a friend who's a Division I head coach, and he was watching an AAU tournament, and he was there to watch a game on court 1. But from court 1, he kept hearing court 3. He kept hearing this one player on court 3. And he's like, man, what's going on court 3? He had to walk over to court 3 because there was one player that was constantly talking early, often, and loud. He wasn't there to recruit that player. Ended up offering a full scholarship to Pepperdine just because of that communication. You're not always going to stand out with your shooting. You're not always going to stand out with your athleticism, but you can always stand out with your communication. So tell that partner what your commitment is right now. I say commit, we echo commit. Commit! Commit!